What's up? So the last habit we're going to talk about is being able to sharpen the saw. And this, I know I said this about other ones, but they're all pretty important. But this is probably, again, one of the most important things you have to accomplish in life. So basically, what sharpen the saw means is you have to be able to work on yourself. And I think that is probably one of the hardest things in the world to do, is be able to think to yourself, you know, this is what I'm doing wrong in life and this is what I need to do to fix it. Because as bad as we don't want to think we're not perfect, we are far from perfect. Everybody has many flaws and everybody thinks they don't, which is not this habit. To be able to sharpen your saw means you have to realize hey, I'm not doing this right, or I'm being a bad friend in this situation, or I shouldn't have handled that that way. You know, you have to be able to realize that, this is what I need to do next time. And not a lot of people do that, because, you know, I see people having friend issues or relationship issues, you know, they both think they're right and neither one is willing to accept that they're wrong, even though then there's a clear, from an outside perspective, there's a clear view of this person is wrong, but that person won't realize it because they're not sharpening the saw. So to be able to accomplish and learn this habit is you need to, at the end of every day, sit back and you know, how did my day go, walk through it. And this is something I do usually. You know, you walk through your day and you look at different scenarios or different situations that you've put yourself in that day, and you just have to sit back and say, oh, maybe I should have handled this a little better, or maybe that wasn't the right choice, or maybe I should not have said what I said in this situation. You know, even though right then and there you think you're making the best decision for your life, 5 minutes down the road or a year down the road, is it really the right decision? And if it's not, then I mean, you obviously can't go back and fix it, but now you know, and you have to be able to tell yourself I know this now and I'm not going to do it again. And you know, this throughout high school, if you can learn this freshman year through senior year, it'll help you so much. Because, you know, looking back at my freshman year, I slacked off so much, and now when I apply to colleges and I look at my GPA is not awful, but you know, it could also be a lot better if I sat down and focused that first year of high school. But now going into college, I can look back on that and say, you know, that was not a very good choice. And then now going to college, I know for a fact my freshman and sophomore year, in all 4 years, but especially those first two, I'm really going to have to buckle down and do my schoolwork, because you will pay the consequences if you don't. And I mean, it's just stuff every day, like I said, friend issues. You know, if you and your friend are going through it and you need to you're fighting or whatever, you have to be able to sit back and say, hey, am I the person in the wrong? And sometimes you aren't. Sometimes you are in the right and you're making the right choices. And that's where this habit, this habit doesn't matter. If you are actually in the right in this situation, then this habit doesn't apply to you. But if you are the person in the wrong, this is something that helps you a lot, because it resolves a lot of issues really fast. It gets you out of a lot of issues really fast, and it keeps you out of a lot of issues. And I think that's three things everybody wants: is no issues, no issues, no issues. So I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. This is something you need to do and need to accomplish. So that wraps up us talking about the 7 habits. Hope these helped.